Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be looking at fundamental angle concepts. Let's begin. Two angles are complementary if the sum of their measures equals 90 degrees. Supposing we have this right angle and we draw a line from here straight up, and we label this angle A and we label this angle B. Angle A is complementary to angle B because the sum of angle A and B equals 90 degrees. Let's look at this example. We are looking for angle A. A plus 40 degrees equals to 90 degrees. Move the 40 to the other side. Then when you subtract this, we have 50 degrees. So angle A is 50 degrees plus the 40 will give us 90 degrees. Still on the same vein, let's look at supplementary angles. Two angles are supplementary if the sum of their measures equals 180 degrees. Here is a straight line. Supposing we have a slant line drawn up here. We label this angle A and this angle B. Angle A is supplementary to angle B since the sum of both angles equals 180 degrees. Let's look at this example. Angle B is unknown. 110 degrees plus B equals to 180 degrees. Move the 110 to the other side. Then we have this. By the time we subtract this, we have 70 degrees. So angle B equals to 70 degrees. Adding the both angles, we get 180 degrees. Another fundamental angle concept is the sum of angles in a triangle. The interior angles of any triangle always add up to 180 degrees, regardless of the angle size or even shape. Here is a triangle. We label this angle A, B, and C. This concept states that when we add up the three angles in this triangle, it gives us 180 degrees. Considering this example, C is unknown, so we add up 75 degrees plus 60 degrees plus C, which is unknown, equal to 180 degrees. 75 plus 65 will give us 135 degrees. Move the 135 degrees to the other side. Then, subtracting 180 from it, we get 45 degrees. Angle C equal to 45 degrees. Also, let's consider this type of triangle. This is an isosceles triangle. It has a mark on both lines. What that meant is that this side is equal to this side, and the angle of this side is this, and the angle of this side is also this, and they are both the same. So angle A equal to angle B. Looking at this example, angle A is missing since this line is equal to this line and this angle is 45 degrees. Also, this angle A will be 45 degrees. Still considering interior angles, let's look at the sum of interior angles in any polygon. The total sum of all interior angles inside a polygon depends on the number of sides, and the formula is S, which is the sum of the interior angle, equals to N, which is the number of sides of the polygon, minus 2 times 180 degrees. Here is an example of a polygon, and we have angle A, B, C, D, and E. The concept states that to calculate the sum of the interior angles in this polygon, N minus 2 times 180 degrees is the formula. Let's consider this example. X is unknown, but before we find the value of X, we have to get the sum of this polygon by using this formula. This polygon has 4 sides. 4 minus 2 times 180 degrees, and when we solve it, we have 360 degrees, which is the sum of this polygon. Then we add up these angles plus X equal to 360 degrees. Adding this up, we have 260 degree plus x equal to 360. Then we'll move this to the other side. Then we have 100 as the unknown angle, which is our answer. Let's look at the exterior angle of any polygon. The sum of the exterior angle of any convex polygon is always equal to 360 degrees, no matter how many sides it has. If the polygon is regular, meaning all sides are equal, the formula is 360 degrees divided by the number of sides. And if it is irregular polygon, meaning that the sides are not equal, the formula is sum of all sides equal to 360 degrees. This is a polygon, and these are the exterior angles. Let's consider this example. First, this is an irregular polygon because all the sides are not equal. So the formula is sum of all sides equal to 360 degrees. Adding up these degrees, we have x plus 250 degrees equal to 360 degrees. We move the 250 to the other side. Then solving this, we have 110 degrees. So this angle is 110 degrees. Let's also look at the exterior angle of a triangle. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its two opposite interior angles. Looking at this triangle, angle A, according to this theorem, states that the addition of angle B and C will be equal to angle A. So angle B and C is the two opposite interior angles to angle A. Also, angle A and D will sum up to become 180 degrees because they are on the straight line. Considering this example, to get angle A, just add up the two opposite interior angles in the triangle, which is 65 plus 45, and we have 110 degrees. So A equal to 110 degrees. The next fundamental angle concept is vertical angle theorem. This theorem states that when two lines intersect, the angles directly opposite each other are equal in measures. Looking at this, these two lines intersect, and the theorem states that A equal to C and B equal to D. Considering this example, A will be equal to 45 because they are directly opposite to each other. Let's look at alternate angles. Angles located on opposite sides of the transversal line and between the parallel lines are equal. Supposing we have two parallel lines and a slant line cut across the two, which is transversal. The concept states that the angle here, which is A, is the same as the angle here, which is B, and it's also known as the Z pattern. Looking at this example, A will be equal to 20 degrees since they are alternate angles. Still using parallel lines, let's consider co-interior angles, also known as consecutive interior. Angles located on the same sides of the transversal line between the two parallel lines, they are co-interior and they are the same. Looking at these two parallel lines, supposing we have a transversal line here, we label this angle A and angle B. This angle concept states that these two angles are the same, and they are also known as forming the C shape or the U shape depending on the rotation of the shape. Considering this example, since we are looking for angle A and we have 30 degrees here, looking at the C pattern, angle A should also be 30 degrees. And the last angle concept we'll be considering in this video is corresponding angles. Angles occupying the same relative position at each intersection where a transversal line crosses two parallel lines. They are known to be corresponding, and they also form the F-shape pattern. Here is a two parallel lines. Supposing we have a transversal line here, and angle is here, we name it angle A, and this angle B. This angle concept states that angle A and B are the same because they are in the same relative position at each intersection, and they also form the F pattern. Looking at this example, we could see the F pattern here. So angle A will be equal to 75 degrees. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any question, you can do well to use the comment section. Thank you for staying tuned. See you next time.